Hello, everyone. We continue in Pirkei Avos. We are in Perek Gimel, chapter 3. And as I said before, chapter 1 and chapter 2, every single line here could spend hours and hours dissecting what exactly it means and stories where this Mishnah was put into effect and how to understand it, life experiences, these types of things. We are going to go a little bit quickly, but if there is a line, a Mishnah that stands out, please spend some time and really think about it and how to apply it to your own life, because this is a gold mine of advice. Okay, we will continue. Perek Gimel, Mishnah Aleph. Akavya ben Mahalalel, Omer Akavya ben Mahalalel said, and if you look in the chat, there was one day where we actually did an entire day on Akavya ben Mahalalel as the personality of the Amud. If you look him up, you can learn about his life. Fascinating person. He would say, if you look at three things, if you think about these three things, you will never sin ever. Dama ayin bata, you should know where you come from, and where you're going. And in front of who you are one day going to give a judgment and a reckoning. So, ayin bata, where did you come from? Mitipa surcha, from a disgusting little drop, from a little drop of semen. That's all you were at one point. And where are you going? Limkom afar rima vitalea, to a place of dirt, of worms and bugs. When a person dies, that's all they're going to be. That's all they were. That's where they're coming from. That's where they're going. And in front of who you are one day going to give a judgment and an accounting. Before the King of Kings, Hashem. Even though we, on some level, are so small and insignificant, we are going to give a din and cheshbon to Hashem. So on the one hand, this is a bit of a depressing Mishnah, but it's also a very uplifting Mishnah. The King of the universe, God, the creator of everything, cares about each and every one of our actions. He cares and wants to hear how we're doing and what we're doing, and it's important to him. So even though we ourselves are very small, we are considered very important in the eyes of Hashem. So, and once a person looks at himself in that light, all of his actions take on great significance, and he really lives in a much different type of way. Rabbi Chanina Sagan HaKohanim Amar, Rabbi Chanina, the leader of the Kohanim, he used to say, "Having mispalel b'shlom shel malchus, pray for the welfare of the government. She'el mali mora'ah, because if not for the fear of the government, ish esre'ehu chayim bala'o, one man would swallow his friend alive." This is a conception of government as very important to the well-being of everybody, and this seems not even a question that if without the government, with total anarchy, things would not be good. Rabbi Chanina ben Trajan, Rabbi Chanina ben Trajan said, "Shnayim shiyoshim ve'ein benhem divrei Torah." If two people sit down and they don't learn Torah, harezeh moshav leitzim. This is a gathering of leitzim, of mockers. Shnemar, as it says in Tehillim, "Moshav leitzim lo yoshav." Do not sit in a moshav leitzim. Avol shnayim shiyoshim ve'yesh benhem divrei Torah. But if two people sit and they do discuss Torah, Shechina shura benhem. The Shechina sits among them as well. Shnemar, as it says, "Az nidbru yirei Hashem." The ones who feared Hashem, they spoke. Isha re'ehu, a man to his friend. Vayakshev Hashem vayishma, and Hashem heard and he took heed to what they were saying. Vayikasev sefer zikaron lefanav, and a book of memory was written before him. Liyirei Hashem u'lechoshvei shemo, to the ones who fear Hashem and the ones who think about His name. Only other shnayim, so I only know that two people learning Torah, they bring the Shechina. Minayin shafilu echad. How do I know that even if a single person sits and is engaging, he's learning Torah? Maybe he's listening to a shir like this. Maybe he's reading Amud Yomi. One person is learning by himself. That Hashem will give him reward also. Shinemar, as it says in Eicha, Yeshiv badad vayidom. If a person sits alone and is silent, kinatal alav, he takes for it, meaning he takes reward. We don't only have to be like Reuben and Harrison, who learn together and do incredible things. Even people who learn on their own get incredible schar for their learning. Mishnah Gimel. Rabbi Shimon Amar, Rabbi Shimon would say, Shlosha shachlu al shulchan echad, if three people ate in a single table, v'lo amar alav divrei Torah, and they don't say Torah during that meal, ki'ilu achlu mizivchei mesim, it's as if they ate from offerings of dead people. Shinemar, as it says, ki kol shulchanos malu ki tzoah b'li makom. All their tables are full of vomit and literally poop, b'li makom, without any place, but here makom, without any the makom, the ultimate makom, Hashem. Without any, if you have a table without Hashem, meaning without Torah, it's as if you're eating this disgusting vomit, literally, instead of real food. But if 3 people ate together, Torah, and they said divrei Torah during the meal, it's as if they ate from God's table Himself. As it says, "Vayidaber Elai," they spoke to me. This is a table, the table Asher Lifnei Hashem, which is before Hashem. Mishnah Dal. Rabbi Chanina ben Chachinai Omer. Haneor Balaylev. Someone stays awake at night. V'amahalich b'derech yichidi, and he goes and wanders on a road by himself. V'mafane libo levatala, and he turns his heart to nonsense. Harizim is chayiv b'nafsho. These people are liable for their own life, or for whatever harm happens because they acted irresponsibly. Mishnah Hey. Rabbi Nechunya ben Akane Omer Kol hamikaba alav ol Torah. Whoever accepts the yoke, the ol haTorah, the yoke, the burden of Torah on himself, ma'avirin mimenu al malchus. They lift the burden of government from upon him, va'ol derech eretz, and the burden of the way of the land. The derech eretz probably means here finding a job. V'chol aporik mimenu al haTorah, but whoever throws off the yoke of Torah, nosin alav al malchus, he gets put on him the yoke of the government, va'ol derech eretz, and the yoke of derech eretz. So throwing away the yoke of Torah gets a person 2 yokes thrown upon him. So it's better, just in terms of math, better for a person to take on the ol of Torah, if for no other reason than to avoid the ol malchus and the ol derech eretz. Rabbi Chalafta ben Dosa ish kfar Chananya Omer. This person who was Rabbi Chalafta ben Dosa, who was from the city of Chananya, he used to say, Asara sheyoshvim la'oskim Torah. If 10 people sit and are engaging in Torah, Shechina shura b'neihem, then the Shechina rests among them. Shnei, as it says, Elohim nitzav ba'adas kel. Hashem stands in the congregation of kel. Minayin afilu chamisha. How do we know that even 5 people that the Shechina rests among them? Shnei, as it says, va'aguda so al eretz yisada. Hashem, He founded His aguda on the foundation of the earth. And how do we know even 3 people? Shneimar, as it says, B'karev Elokim Yishpat. In the midst of the judges, He will judge. And that should be B'karev Elohim Yishpat. Among the judges, human judges, He will judge. How do we know even 2 people? Shneimar, as it says, Az Nidbaru Yirei Hashem. The ones who feared Hashem spoke. Ish arei, 1 man to himself, v'yakshiv Hashem, v'yishama. The same pasuk we saw above. And Hashem took heed and heard what they said. How do we know even 1 single person that if he sits and learns Torah, the Shechina rests among him? Shinamar, as it says, any place where they mention my name, I will go there and I will bless them. Rabbi Elazar ish Bartosa Omer. Rabbi Elazar, the son of, or the man of Bartosa, he would say, 10 lo mishalo, give him what's his. Sha'ata v'shalcha shalo, because you and yours are his. V'chin b'David ho'amer, and also by David, it says, ki mimcha hakol u'miyadcha nasanu lach. There's all comes from you, and from your hand all is given to you. Rabbi Shimon Omer, Rabbi Shimon says, hamahalach b'derech v'shona, someone who's walking on the path and he's reviewing what he learned. U'mafsik mishnah v'omer, and he interrupts what he's reviewing, and he says to himself, how beautiful is this tree? How beautiful is this field? The Torah considers this person as if he is liable to be killed. Better to stay and learn Torah than to give praise to Hashem over beautiful things, natural things that he sees on the way. Rabbi Dostai Rabbi Yanai Mishum Rabbi Meir Rabbi Dostai, the son of Rabbi Yanai, said in the name of Rabbi Meir, so whoever forgets even a single thing from his Torah, the Torah considers, it's as if he is liable for death. As it says, that be very careful for yourself and guard your soul very carefully. Lest you forget the things that your eyes have seen. So maybe one would say that this applies even to someone whose teaching has mitzakef, has strengthened him. Talmud Lomar, the pasuk says, "Upen yasura milvavcha kol yimei chayacha," lest they leave your heart all the days of your life. Ha eno mischayev b'nafsho, he is not liable to death. Ad sheyeshev visirein milibo, until he sits down and intentionally tries to forget the Torah he's learned. So a very hard thing to do. It's really hard to forget, to actively forget something that you learned. But I guess we could say if a person regrets learning Torah and he tries to forget what he learned, then it's considered as if he's mischayev b'nafsho. Otherwise, if it just happens that a person forgot, we're all human. We all forget things. That's okay. Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa Amar, Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa said, Kol sheyiras chet'o kodemis l'chachmaso, that anybody his fear of sin comes before his wisdom, chachmaso miskayemas, his wisdom will endure. The kol shechachmaso kodemis liras chet, and whoever's wisdom comes before their fear of sin, ein chachmaso miskayemas, their wisdom will not endure. Hu hayomer, this is, and he would also say, Kol shema'asav merubin michachmaso, anybody whose actions is more than their wisdom, chachmaso miskayemas, then their wisdom will endure. And whatever's wisdom is more than his actions, ein chachmaso miskayemas, his wisdom will not endure. Hu hayomer, same Rabbi Chanina would say. Kol sheruach habrios nocha himenu, whoever which the spirit of the brios finds pleasure from this person, ruach hamakom nocha himenu, then the spirit of Hashem also finds pleasure from him. V'chol she'einu ruach habrios nocha himenu, and anybody who's the spirit of the creation do not find pleasure from this person, ein ruach hamakom nocha himenu, then the spirit of Hashem will not find pleasure from this person either. This is very similar to a Mishnah which we learned previously, which said, how should a person behave? He should behave in a way which is noach l'makom v'noach l'brios, pleasant to Hashem and also pleasant to other people. Rabbi Dosa ben Horkanus Amar, Dosa ben Horkanus said, Sheina shel shachar, that sleeping in the morning, v'yayin shel tzarayim, and wine in the afternoon, v'sichas ha'yeladim, and the speech of little children, v'yeshivas bate knesios shel amei haaretz, and sitting in assemblies of amei haaretz, motzian ha'sa'adim min ha'olam. These things drive a person out of the world. Rabbi Elazar Hamodai, Rabbi Elazar from Modai, or Modi'in, used to say, Hamachalas ha'kedashim, one who profanes kachim, v'mevazes ha'moados, one who mocks the holidays, v'amal ben pnei chavir barabim, one who embarrasses his friend in public, v'amefer briso shel Avram Avinu alav shalom, and one who undoes his bris milah of the bris milah of Avram Avinu alav shalom, v'amagala panim b'torah shelo k'Halakhah, and one who is very brazen to the Torah in a way which is not according to Halakhah. Even if he has in his hand Torah and lots of great actions, he does not have any share in the world to come. And one of the things on this list I'll just point out, embarrassing one's friend in public, or embarrassing anybody in public, no share in the world to come. Very, very serious Mishnah. Rabbi Yishmael says, "Heve kal larosh." If someone yields to a rosh, to a head, v'noach tishchores, and is very pleasant to a younger person, levi mekabel es kol adam b'simcha, and a person should receive everyone with simcha. These are his 3 bits of advice. Rabbi Akiva says, "Schok v'kalas rosh," that laughing and lightheadedness, margilin le'erba, that increases sexual immorality. Masora, the tradition, siag la Torah, making fences for the Torah, maestros, giving 10%, siag la osher, this causes a person to get rich. Nidarim, making vows, siag la precious, is a fence for separation, from abstinence from certain things. Siag la chachma, and what is the fence or the way to build chachma? Shtika, to be quiet. So first and foremost, to gain wisdom, a person has to be quiet so he can hear and listen and take in more knowledge. Huhay Omer, same Rabbi Akiva used to say, Chaviv Adam Shenivra B'Tselem. Man is very special because he was created with the tselem of Hashem, the image of God. Chiba Yisera Nodas Lo Shenivra B'Tselem. And even more beloved is that Hashem told him Shenivra B'Tselem, that he was created in the Tselem Elokim. Shneimar, as it says, Ki B'Tselem Elokim Asa Es Adam, that man was created with V'Tselem Elokim. Chaviv in Yisrael Shenikru Banim Malakom. The Jews are very special because they are called children of God. And Chiba Yisera Nodas Lehem. They're even more special because He made it known to them. Shenikru Banim Malakom, that they're called the sons of of Hashem. Shneimar, as it says, Banim Atem Lashem Lokechem. You are children to Hashem your God. Chaviv in Yisrael Shenitan Lehem Kli Chemda. And the Jews are very special that Hashem gave them a very special kli, very special vessel. And Chibi Yisera Nodas Lehem. And they're even more special because He told them, Shenitan Lehem Kli Chemda, Shebo Nivra Ha'olam, that He gave them this Kli Chemda, this very precious vessel with which Shebo Nivra Ha'olam, that He created the world with it. Shneimar, as it says, Ki lekach tov nasati lechem. I gave them a good lekach, a good purchase to Rasi, my Torah, al tazovu, don't forsake it. Hakol tzafui. Guys, this is such an important Mishnah. I wish I had an hour just to talk about this. Hakol tzafui, everything is foreseen. Varashus nesuna, but free will is given. Uvitov ha'olam nidun, and with goodness the world is judged. V'hakol lefi rov hamasa, but everything is according to the actions. Guys, this is the free will paradox. How do we have free will if Hashem knows the future? And the Mishnah says, Hakol tzafui, everything is known to God. And even so, we have free will. And there is so much to say on this topic, but we will continue. Highly recommend, if you choose something to look into, that is something to look into. Hu haya omer, he used to say, Hakol nasuin be'eruvin, everything is given by collateral. Umitsuda peruza al kol hachayim, and a net is cast over on all life. Hachanus psucha, the store is open. V'achen vani mekif, and the shopkeeper, the store owner, he gives out credit. V'hapinkas pasuach, and the ledger is open. V'yad koseves, and the hand is writing. V'kol arotze lilvos yavo v'yilve, anybody who wants can come and borrow. V'agaboyim machzirin tajir b'chol yom, and the collectors are going out every single day. V'nifran min ha'adam, and they take the payment from the people mida'ato, with their knowledge, v'shalom mida'ato, and also without their knowledge. V'yesh lahem alma sheyismochu, and they have what to rely on. V'hadin dinemes, and the judgment is a true judgment. V'akol misukan lasuda, everything is prepared for the feast. A very symbolic Mishnah. Every line, again, can be expanded hours, but we will run ahead and continue. Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah said, "Im ein Torah in derech eretz." If there's no Torah, there cannot be derech eretz. Im ein derech eretz in Torah. If there's no Torah, there can't be derech eretz. Im ein chachma in yira. If there's no wisdom, there's no fear. Im ein yira in chachma. And without fear, there is no wisdom. Im ein bina in das. If there's no knowledge, there's no understanding. There's no knowledge. Im ein das in bina. If there's no knowledge, there's no understanding. Im ein kemach in Torah. If there's no flour, there's no Torah. It means Torah in Kemach, and without flour there can be no Torah. He used to say, anybody whose wisdom is greater than their actions, what's he comparable to? To a tree that has many, many branches, but has very few roots. And this is a tree that's not going to live very long, because the trees that live need the strong roots. And a strong wind can come and uproot it and throw it onto its face. Shneimar, as it says, you'll be like a lone tree in the desert. You won't see when the good comes. And it dwells in the charerim, in the dry parts, bamidbar, in the desert. Eretz milecha v'lo teshev, a land that is salty and uninhabited. Whoever has more actions than his wisdom, what's he comparable to? To a tree that has very few branches but many, many roots. Even if all the winds of the world came and blew at it, it's not going to move from its place. As it says, it will be like a tree planted near the water. Va'al yuval yishalach shershav, which has many roots spread out and through into the river. V'lo yir'ek yivachom, and he won't know when the heat comes. Vaya aleu ra'anan, and its leaves will be green. Uvishnas batzoros lo yid'ag, and during a dry season, he won't worry. V'yamish me'asos peri, it will never stop giving fruits, and this is the proper way to live. Final Mishnah, Mishnah Yoches, Rabbi Eliezer ben Chisma, Omer Eliezer ben Chisma says, Kinin, that specific, these kinds of Kinin, these halachas of burr offerings, Upitzche Nida, and the beginning of the halachas of Nida, Hein Gufa halachos. These are the central, most important halachos. Kufos, Ugumatrios, and the calculations of the stars, Gematrios, and we would call today geometry, Parpos l'chachma. These are the parpos, like the spices of chachma, of wisdom. Okay, we went through quick. So much here. I recommend highly, if there is anything that stood out, to go back and look into it more specifically. And of course, I'm available for questions if anybody wants to talk more specifically about any of these Mishnayos. But I hope that was clear. And later we'll do Mishnah Perek Dalet. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day.